Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of AWS Mastery course. So in the last session we have understood like what exactly RDS is, what exactly the significance of RDS and why we are actually using RDS. So now in this session we are going to learn practically like how we can set up and how we can manage our RDS. We are going to understand like what exactly the practical significance when it's come to implementing RDS or connecting RDS with our EC2 instances or different servers. So now let's start this session. So in this particular session we are going to learn like how we can create our database and how we can manage the database practically. So now let me take you to my AWS console and let's try to understand like how we can create our database. Okay, so now as you can see like I'm in my AWS console home. I'm just going to search for RDS over here in the search bar, and once you will search and you will see this option like managed relational database services. So you just have to click over here. It will take some time. Okay, so it is saying you are the following you are using the following Amazon RDS resource in the US East North Virginia, because I'm using this availability zone. And as of now, I'm not using anything. But here, when you scroll down, you will see one option like create database, and here you will see something like Amazon Relational Database Service. RDS makes it easy to set up, operate, and scale a relational database in the cloud. So the best part about AWS platform is wherever you'll go and whatever the service you will open and try to use, you will see the documentation and the write-up everywhere. So whether you are a beginner, like you can just understand like what exactly is going on. So AWS also provide one database, its own database like Amazon Aurora, and we have already discussed about it a little, and in this session we are going to discuss about it as well. So now, without wasting a time, let's start creating the database. And you can just see this yellow or kind of a mustard color button, and here you just have to click like create database. Okay, so now first like we are in the window, and here we are getting the first option as choose a database creation method. So we are having two methods. First one is standard and the second one is easy create. Since we all are beginners, so we are going to start with easy create. Okay, so once you will click over here like easy create, you will see few options, and in standard you will see some different options. Okay, but almost options are like almost similar, but as per your usage or as per your I can say compatibility, like it is so. So now next we are having configuration type. First we need to choose like engine, like which database engine we are going to choose. You can choose Amazon Aurora, like this is the Amazon Aurora. It can be MySQL compatible or PostgreSQL compatible. Apart from that, we are having MySQL, we are having MariaDB, we are having PostgreSQL, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server. So we are having lots of what I can say, lots of database engines. So it's totally depends on you. You can choose anyone. It's your choice. And I always go for PostgreSQL because I'm more into Python things and data science kind of things. And we're like integrating PostgreSQL with Python. I find myself like very much easy or comfortable with this. So I'll go with this, and it's totally your choice. You can choose anyone. Like it's just a matter of your requirement. Now we are having database instance size. So here we are having three instance sizes, like you're just getting three I can say box on your screen. First one is production, second one is dev slash test, like developer and testing, and the next one is free tier. Okay, so if we try to compare like both of the like all these three things. So first, like in production we are having four virtual CPUs, and we are having 32 GB of RAM and 500 GB of space, and the costing which we are having 1.057 USD per hour. Then we are having developer and testing. So here we are having two virtual CPUs, then we are having 116 GB of RAM, 100 GB of storage, and 0.241 USD per hour costing. And the next we are getting is free tier, and in the free tier we are having two virtual CPUs, 1 GB of RAM or 1 gigs RAM, and 20 GB of storage, and 0.019 USD per hour, the costing. So since we all are using our free account, like free tier account, so I'm just going with this free tier. Now the next thing is database DB instance identifier. Like you just have to give the name, like how you're going to identify your database, and by default it's just database hyphen one. You can set this one or you can choose any other name. It's totally depends on you. So I'm not going to choose anything else, and you should have to give a master username. Like whenever you're going to log into this particular database, you have to use this username. So again, like I'm not going to use anything else, and you can just choose this, and I'm going to leave this thing as it is. And the next thing we are having is credential management. So credential V is something like kind of a password, okay, or something by which we can log in into something. So here we are having like managed in AWS Secret Manager, some more secure thing, and the second one is self-managed. Means we can create our own password, we can have, we can save our password, like it's totally like it is giving us the authority, like we can choose or we can do whatever we want. So I'm just going with this self-managed, and I'm just giving the password, and the password should be, like in this password, like you should not use any special character or symbol. So please make sure, because once the person who is very much new, they start using at the rate or something like that, but they are strictly saying can't contain any of the following symbol, whether it is slash, single quote, double quote, or at the rate. Because generally we don't go with these, because when we are using any special character with I can say database, or when it is not very much configured properly, then hacking into database is very much easy. So generally we should avoid. Okay, now the next thing is set up EC2 connection. It is still like, although it is like optional, but you can connect. So you just have to click over here, and if any instance is running, you can just choose the instance, and this instance will get connected to this database. But as of now, I've already told you like how to create EC2 instance. Here you just have to choose and you can connect with this database. So I'm just giving you this thing as a task, like you have to do it by your own. So from here onwards, like you can click over here and you can create your own EC2 instance, but it's still like I'm just leaving it as it is, because like I'm not going to make it, like I'm just giving you as a task. Okay, so you can connect. So but as of now, like I'm just leaving this thing as it is, because it is kind of optional. So now let's just click over here. Okay, we are getting some error over here. Okay, from here we are getting the error. So I'm just saying don't connect as of now because it's optional. So now, so we are just creating our database. Guys, like when you are just creating, like these are the some add-ons we are getting, and you can choose these kind of add-ons, but there is no need of choosing. So let's just close them. And as you can see, the status creating. So generally database takes some time in order when you create them. So let's just click on this database. We are getting all the information like database name and status, class, trans role, engine, and the region US East 1C. Okay, region and availability zone. And we are getting other information as well, like we are getting everything. Okay, and also we are having this monitoring information. So as of now, like this database is not running, it is in still in processing, because we are creating it. So that's why we are not getting any information. So from here we can get the logs and everything. From here we can get the configuration settings. From here we can get the maintenance and backup, like when you are going to make a backup. So like as you can see, like we are having backup is enabled in 7 days. Like in each and every 7 day there it is, there will be a backup. Okay, I can say backup window, like this is the time in which like it is going to take the backup. We don't have any snapshot over here, so we are not going to, I can say, talk about a snapshot over here. So these are the things which we are having. And when we talk about, like it's still it is processing, and if you click over here action button, so here we are getting lots of options. So as you can see, it is saying set up EC2, like you can create you can create EC2, I can say instance, and you can connect your database with the EC2 instance. Okay, so why we are why I'm saying again and again, just try to connect this database with the EC2, because when you are having the EC2 instance and the database, you can connect this instance with this database. So whenever you'll be running anything on this instance, or and you'll be doing any kind of server related thing on this particular instance or server, so everything is going to be saved in this particular database. Okay, so that's why I'm actually focusing more on this. That's why I'm actually forcing you to create by your own. Okay, I hope you guys have understood like how we can create the database. Still it is in a creation mode. It will take some time in to to get it done like properly, but still I hope you guys get the idea like how we can create the database like RDS we are talking about, like relational database. Okay, so guys, as you can see, like our database has been created successfully. Let's just see the connection detail. Okay, so this is the password which I have used and everything. So now let's just go inside this database as I'm already in, and as you can see, we are getting lots of option. So if I choose this like monitoring, so here I will be getting some monitoring matrices because it is done almost. As you can see, like we are getting these the monitoring charts, but still like this database is not running. We have not connected database with any other service, so that's why we are not getting any logs over here, but still we can get. Okay, again we are having logs and everything, we are having maintenance and backup, so everything has been set up over here. Okay, so totally it depends on you, like you can add with various thing with this database. Okay, so we have successfully created the RDS, okay, relational database service. We have set up everything practically. So I hope you guys have understood about the practical implementation of Amazon RDS, which is stands for relational database service, and you have understood what are the things are there, how you can attach your RDS with EC2 instances as well. So that was all about this session. Thank you so much.